Close your eyes now. Let the day fall away from you, piece by piece, like petals loosening from a flower at dusk. There is nothing you need to hold, nothing you need to remember. Wherever you have been, whatever you have carried, set it down here, at the edge of this story. Tonight we are going somewhere very old, older than the mountains, older than the sea, older even than the stars. We are going to the beginning of everything, and you will find that the beginning is not a loud place, it is not a bright place, it is the quietest place there's ever been. Breathe in, slowly, and breathe out. Feel your body grow heavy against the bed, the way a stone settles into soft riverbed sand, heavy and held and safe. With every breath, you drift a little further from the world you know, away from clocks, away from names, away from the small worries of the day. They grow smaller and smaller behind you, until they're only specks of dust on a distant shore. And now, gently, there is no shore at all. You are floating in a vast, warm darkness. Do not be afraid of it. This darkness is not empty. It is full, full the way sleep is full, the way a held breath is full, the way a seed is full of the whole tree. This is the time, before the first dawn, before the first world. The sages of ancient India spoke of this stillness in their oldest hymns. They said that in the beginning there was neither existence nor non-existence, neither sky nor the heaven beyond the sky, neither death nor deathlessness, no sign of night or day, only this, only warmth, only rest. The darkness around you is soft as cloth. It has no edges, it presses nothing against you, it asks nothing of you, it simply holds you, the way deep water holds a floating leaf. You are not cold. You will never be cold here. The warmth of this place is the warmth of your own body, exactly. The temperature of skin, the temperature of a mother's arms. There is no line where you end and the darkness begins. You are part of it, and it is part of you, and both of you are resting. Listen now. Far away, or perhaps very near, perhaps inside your own chest, there is a sound. It is a single syllable, a single, endless note. Om. It is so low that you feel it before you hear it. It hums in your bones, the way distant thunder hums in the floor of a house. But it is not thunder. There's nothing in it of storm. It is a sound like a great bronze bell, one that was struck once, long ago, and has never finished ringing. Om. The sages said this was the first sound, the seed sound, the breath from which all other breaths unfolded. It rolls through the darkness in slow, wide waves, and everywhere it passes, the darkness begins to change. Feel it move through you, slow, deep, kind. Every wave of that sound loosens something in you, your shoulders, your jaw, the small muscles around your eyes. One by one, they let go, and the sound carries what they release away into the vastness, where it dissolves like salt in the sea. And now, as the syllable widens, the darkness beneath you begins to gleam, very faintly at first, a pale glow far below, like moonlight remembered rather than seen. The glow rises, it spreads, it becomes a surface, an ocean. But this is no ordinary ocean. The water beneath you is white, white as milk, white as moonstone. It stretches away in every direction, without a single shore, without a single island, without a single wave larger than a sigh. This is the Kshira Sagara, the ocean of milk, the cosmic sea upon which the whole universe rests. You settle down onto its surface, slow as a feather, and the ocean receives you. It doesn't feel like water. It's warmer than water. It's softer. It yields beneath you like cream, like silk piled deep, like the touch of warm light. You don't sink. You couldn't sink here if you tried. The ocean holds you up effortlessly, the way the night sky holds up the moon. Let your arms drift out to your sides. Let your legs grow long and loose. You're cradled from below, along every inch of your body, your heels, the backs of your knees, the small of your back, your shoulders, the curve of your head, held, completely held. Breathe in. The air above the ocean carries a scent. Sandalwood, warm and woody and sweet, the scent of temple mornings, and beneath the sandalwood, something greener, cooler, lotus, thousands upon thousands of lotus blossoms, opening somewhere in the darkness, breathing their fragrance across the white sea, and beneath even that, the faintest golden thread of saffron, Kezar, the ancients called it, the scent of blessing, the scent of things made holy. Breathe it in slowly, let it fill you, and breathe it out. Above you, the sky is beginning to remember the stars. One by one they appear, not sharp and cold, as stars can be on winter nights, but soft, haloed, gentle. They look like lamps seen through silk. Each one kindles quietly, without hurry. Each one is answered by a twin light in the milk-white water below. Soon you're floating between two skies, one above you, one beneath you, both filled with slow stars. You can't tell, after a while, which stars are real and which are reflections. It doesn't matter. Here, at the beginning of all things, the reflection is as true as the star. The great syllable still hums beneath everything. Lower now, softer. It's become the heartbeat of this place, so steady, so constant. You no longer notice it unless you listen, but your body notices. Your body rocks very gently with each slow pulse of it, rising a little, settling a little, rising, settling, like a boat at anchor in the calmest harbor there's ever been, like a child in a cradle, rocked by hands too large and too gentle to be seen. Drift now. Let the ocean carry you. There is nowhere it needs to take you, no time by which you must arrive. The white water moves in long, slow swells. Each one takes a full breath to pass beneath you. In, out, the ocean breathes, and you breathe with it. The space between your breaths grows wider, softer, more welcoming. Far off across the water, you cannot say how far, for distance means little here. A shape is resting on the sea. You're drifting toward it, slowly, so slowly. There's no current pulling you, only a gentle invitation. The way sleep invites you deeper, without ever once taking hold. As you drift closer, the shape resolves. It's white, whiter even than the ocean, white as fresh snow under a full moon, and it's vast. It rises from the surface in great, soft coils, loop upon loop upon loop, piled together like ranges of rounded hills. It's a serpent, the greatest serpent that's ever been or ever will be. His name is Ananta Shesha. Ananta means endless. Shesha means that which remains. When all worlds have dissolved back into rest, he remains, floating on the eternal sea, patient as the sea itself. Do not be afraid of him. There's nothing in him to fear. Look at how still he lies. His coils rise and fall with a breath so slow. Whole ages could pass between one breath and the next. His scales catch the starlight and hold it so that his whole body glows faintly, pearl white, moon white, softer than any lamp. And above the coils, his heads rise. 1,000 of them, the old stories say, 1,000 hoods spread wide, arching together into a great canopy, like the boughs of an impossible white tree, like a pavilion of living silk. Each hood bears a gem upon its brow. Each gem gives off a small mild light, so that beneath the canopy of Shesha there's a glow, like a room lit by 1,000 tiny oil lamps, every flame steady, every flame at peace. His eyes are closed, all of them. Every one of the 1,000 heads is asleep, or very nearly asleep, swaying almost imperceptibly with the slow rhythm of the sea. He's the guardian of rest, the keeper of stillness. His whole vast body is a bed. And upon that bed, someone is sleeping. Drift a little closer. The ocean carries you gently around the outermost coil. Now you can see him, reclining upon the soft white coils. Beneath the canopy of the thousand hoods lies a figure of impossible beauty, impossible calm. His skin is blue, not the blue of anything small, not flowers, not paint, but the deep, endless blue of the sky at dusk, the blue of the sea in its deepest places, the blue of the space between the stars. It's a color you could fall into forever, never reach the bottom of. This is Vishnu, the preserver, the sustainer, the one who holds all worlds in his keeping, the way a sleeper holds a dream. And he is asleep. This is the secret the old stories tell. This is the secret at the heart of everything. Between the ages of the world, the sustainer rests. He lies upon the serpent Shesha. He rests on the ocean of milk. He sleeps, and his sleep is not absence. His sleep is not neglect. His sleep is the deepest form of his care. The universe is safe because he rests. The universe rests because he is safe. Look at his face. His eyes are closed. The lids are smooth and untroubled. His lips hold the faintest curve of a smile, not a smile at anything. Simply the smile of perfect ease, the smile of one who knows all is well, all will be well. His breath moves through him in long, slow tides. You can see it, the gentle rise of his chest, the gentle fall, rise, fall. Whole worlds could be born in the space of one breath, cradled in one breath, laid to rest in one breath. He wears yellow silk, the color of morning turmeric, draped loosely about him. It stirs very slightly with each breath, like a banner in the smallest imaginable wind. Around his neck lies a garland of forest flowers. They never wilt, white and gold and pale pink. Their fragrance drifts out over the water. It mingles with the sandalwood and the lotus. On his chest, a single luminous jewel rests. It glows softly, like a coal of moonlight. It brightens faintly when he inhales. It dims faintly when he exhales. Watch it for a while. Brighten, dim, brighten, dim. Let your own breath fall into step with it. In, as the jewel glows. Out, as it softens. There is no hurry. He has been breathing like this since before the stars. He will breathe like this after them. At his feet, someone is sitting. She is radiant even in this dim, gentle light. A goddess with skin like the inside of a lotus petal. She's dressed in red and gold. Her dark hair falls loose down her back. She sits with perfect grace, unhurried. Her hands rest quietly in her lap. This is Lakshmi, goddess of abundance, goddess of grace and fortune and all that flourishes. She's not sleeping, not quite. Her eyes are half closed, lowered toward the sleeping face of Vishnu. Her expression is the expression of one watching over a beloved sleeper, soft and patient and endlessly content. With one hand now and then, she gently presses his feet, the way one soothes a child, the way the tide soothes the shore. There's no task in the gesture, only tenderness, only the slow rhythm of devotion. It's its own kind of lullaby. Around her, on the white surface of the sea, lotus petals are drifting, pink petals and white ones, each one perfect, each one curved like a small boat. They've loosened from the blossoms she carries. They've settled onto the water. Now they ride the slow swells, turning gently, catching starlight on their edges. One drifts near you. Watch it come. It rocks over a swell, pauses, turns, passes within reach of your hand. You don't need to take it, just let it pass, the way you're letting everything pass tonight. Thoughts, like petals, drifting near, drifting away. The ocean carries them all. And now lift your gaze, slowly, There is no hurry, from the feet of the god, along the length of his resting form, to the center of him. From Vishnu's navel, something is growing, a stem, a single stem, green gold and impossibly long, rising up from the sleeping god like the first thought of morning rising out of deep sleep. It climbs into the air, above the coils of Shesha, above the canopy of hoods, up and up, swaying with a motion so slow it is almost stillness, and at the top of the stem, a lotus, a golden lotus, vast as a palace, its petals half open, glowing from within like a lamp behind amber silk. Light spills from between its petals in soft rays that fall across the white ocean and turn the milk to cream and honey. This is the first flower, the flower from which the world unfolds. Seated at the heart of the golden lotus, upon its glowing petals, is an ancient figure. He has 4 faces, the stories say, gazing softly toward the 4 directions, and every one of those faces is serene. Every pair of eyes is closed. His beard is white as the ocean. His skin has the warmth of dawn. In his hands he holds nothing at all. His palms rest open on his knees, upturned, empty, at ease. This is Brahma, the creator, the dreamer of worlds, and he too is at rest. His lips move, or seem to move, with something that's not quite speech. Perhaps he's murmuring the first syllable, the one that still hums through the water beneath you. Perhaps he's dreaming the universe, world by world, star by star. You're dreamed by your own sleep the same way. Whatever he speaks, it's soft as breath, and it harms nothing, and it hurries nothing. Creation itself begins as a kind of drowsing, a god upon a flower, upon a god, upon a serpent, upon a sea, rest upon rest upon rest upon rest, and beneath it all, holding it all, the warm white ocean, holding you. Stay here a while. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to understand. You're floating on the ocean of milk, in the glow of the golden lotus, beneath a sky of gentle stars. Nearby, near enough to feel the peace that pours from him like warmth from a hearth, the keeper of all things sleeps his fathomless sleep. Vishnu breathes, Shesha breathes, Lakshmi keeps her quiet watch, Brahma dreams upon the flower, and you breathe with them, in and out, in and out. Feel how heavy your body has become, how pleasantly, deliciously heavy. The ocean bears all of that weight for you, every bit of it. You don't need to carry yourself here. Nothing needs to be carried here. The light of 1,000 gems on Shesha's hoods lies across the water. Long, soft ribbons stretch out everywhere. Watch one ribbon of light. It stretches toward you across the swells. It bends and sways with the water. It never breaks. It reaches you and touches you. It lies across you like a blessing, weightless and warm. The old sages said something. To look upon Vishnu sleeping is to remember something. You've always known it. Beneath all the noise of all the worlds, there is a stillness. It has never once been disturbed, not by anything, not ever. You're resting in that stillness now. It was here before you came. It will be here always, and it has room in it for you. It's always had room in it for you. Slowly, gently, the current turns you. The sleeping god and his white serpent bed drift away behind you. They're not gone, never gone. They're only settling into the distance. A lamp in a window settles into the distance as you walk a familiar road home. Their glow remains on the horizon. The milk-white sea glows softly, a soft radiance you could find again with your eyes closed. And now the ocean opens before you, wide, endless, calm. You're drifting out across the Kshira Sagara, the ocean of milk. There's nothing before you but white water and starlight. Warm, scented air surrounds you. Let your hand trail in the ocean beside you. Feel it. It's not like water at all. It's not wet exactly. It yields to your fingers, the way warm cream yields, the way heavy silk yields, the way light itself might yield if light could be gathered in your hand. Where your fingers pass, the surface glows brighter, a soft trail of luminescence. Then it smooths itself again, whole and unmarked. The ocean is light made liquid. That's what the ancients said, the milk of the cosmos, the first substance, the one from which all sweetness comes. It's warm against your skin, body warm, blood warm, the exact temperature of comfort. The swells here are long and low. Each one lifts you no higher than a sigh, and lowers you no deeper than a heartbeat. Rise and settle, rise and settle. There's no wind, there's never been wind here. The air lies upon the water like a coverlet. It lies upon a sleeper. It moves only when the ocean's breathing moves it. The stars ride steadily above, their reflections ride steadily below, and you ride steadily between them, cradled, carried, calm. Far ahead, at what the old maps of heaven would call the center of the sea, a mountain stands upon the water. You can see it now. It rises against the stars, a single vast peak, dark blue and silver. Its slopes gleam faintly. Its summit is lost in pale cloud. It stands upon the ocean the way a thought stands in a quiet mind, enormous and yet weightless, disturbing nothing. This is Mandara, the great mountain of the churning. Long ago, so long ago that even the stars have forgotten it, the gods and their ancient cousins gathered here. They wrapped the serpent Vasuki around its middle like a rope. Together they turned the mountain in the sea. They churned the ocean of milk the way a village churns butter, and from the churning rose treasures, the moon, cool and white, the wish-granting cow, the tree of paradise, the goddess Lakshmi herself, standing on a lotus, beautiful as the first dawn. And at last, the nectar of immortality, golden in a golden vessel. But that was long, long ago. Tonight, the churning is over. Tonight, and every night since, the mountain simply rests. Drift closer and see. The great serpent Vasuki still lies about the mountain's middle, but he is not a rope now. He is only a sleeper, coiled comfortably around the thing he knows best. A cat coils by a hearth the same way. His scales are green-black and glossy, shining faintly with starlight. His great head lies pillowed on a ledge of stone, eyes closed, breath slow. Now and then a soft plume of mist rises from his nostrils and drifts away over the water. The mountain does not move, the serpent does not move, the sea barely moves. All the labor of creation is finished. Everything that made the world has been allowed, at last, to rest. That rest is in the air here. You can feel it. It is the feeling of a house after the festival. Lamps dimmed, guests sleeping, everything accomplished, nothing left undone. Breathe it in. Nothing is required of the world tonight. Nothing is required of you. The moon that rose from this ocean rides somewhere above you now. It is full and white. Its light lies over the milk sea so gently that you cannot tell where moonlight ends and ocean begins. Everything is white on white on white. The sea, the light, the mist about the mountain, layer upon layer of softness, like sleep itself. Sleep is also made of layers, each one deeper and quieter than the last. You are moving down through those layers now, slowly, easily. There is no bottom to reach. There is only deeper rest, and deeper rest beyond that. The current carries you past the sleeping mountain, around its wide silver base, and onward across the sea. And now you hear something. The first small sound in a long while. A bell. A single tiny bell, far away, ringing not steadily, but now and then, idly, sweetly. The way a bell rings when it hangs from a slow-moving animal's neck. Chime, a long pause, chime, another pause, longer. It is the most peaceful sound you have ever heard. It asks for nothing. It announces nothing. It simply marks, every so often, that the world continues, and that the world is well. Ahead of you, An island floats upon the milk. It's not an island of stone. It's an island of lotus, a great raft of green leaves and pink blossoms, broad as a meadow, woven together on the surface of the sea. The leaves are wide and flat. They're dewed with drops of ocean that shine like pearls. The blossoms stand above them, half closed for the night, nodding faintly with the swells. And there, upon the lotus island, stands a white cow. She is Kamadhenu, the wish-granting cow, mother of plenty. She was born from this very ocean in the age of the churning. Her coat is white as the sea. Her eyes are dark and long-lashed and endlessly gentle. Around her neck hangs the small golden bell you've been hearing. She's grazing, unhurried, half-dreaming, on the sweet green of the lotus leaves. Every so often she lifts her head. She gazes out across the water at nothing in particular. The bell chimes once. She lowers her head again. The old stories say that whoever comes near Kamadhenu receives whatever they truly wish for. And what do you wish for tonight, floating on the warm white sea? Only this, only rest, only to be exactly where you are, held exactly as you are held, breathing exactly as you are breathing. And so the wish is already granted. It was granted before you asked. That's how wishes work here. On the ocean at the bottom of the universe, the deepest ones are answered in the asking. The cow watches you drift by. Her gaze is soft. Her bell chimes once, unhurried, like a blessing given in passing, and then the lotus island slips slowly behind you. The chime grows fainter and fainter until it's only a memory of sweetness at the edge of hearing. The sea carries you on. Here and there, now, trees rise from the water, or rather, they lean over it. Great flowering trees whose roots must hold somewhere beneath the milk. Their branches stretch out low across the surface, trailing their leaves in the ocean the way a hand trails from a boat. Their blossoms are white and gold. Their scent is jasmine and honey and warm rain all at once. And in the branches, birds are singing, but softly, so softly. These are the Kalavinka, the divine birds of the old heavens. Their voices are said to be the most beautiful of all sounds. Tonight they're singing the way birds sing at the very last edge of dusk, when the song is almost a lullaby, almost a dream. A few low, liquid notes, a pause, a few notes more. Each phrase drifts out over the water. It settles into the silence without a ripple. Rest your head back. Let the ocean hold it. Let the birdsong wash over you, phrase by slow phrase. You don't need to listen closely. The song isn't going anywhere. It's been sung on these branches since before the first world. It will be sung after the last. Every note says the same thing, over and over, in the oldest language there is. All is well, all is well. Rest now, all is well. The branches pass slowly overhead as you drift beneath them. Blossoms loosen, one at a time, and float down, turning, drifting. They land on the milk beside you without a sound. White petals, gold petals, they gather around you on the water like a garland the sea itself has made for you. A slow, loose ring of white and gold, rising and falling as you rise and fall, keeping you company without asking anything of you at all. You're wearing the ocean's blessing now. You didn't have to earn it. It simply gathered around you, the way petals gather, the way sleep gathers, the way night gathers at the end of every long day since the beginning of days. The last flowering branches pass overhead. The birdsong thins, note by liquid note, until it's behind you. Then it's a memory. Then it's part of the silence. That's where all beautiful sounds go, in the end, into the silence, to make it deeper, and the open sea receives you again. Above you now, the sky. You'd almost forgotten the sky. You've been so held by the water, so folded into its warmth. You haven't looked up in a long while, but now you let your gaze drift upward, easily, without lifting your head. The ocean holds your head. There's no need to lift anything ever again tonight. The sky over the ocean of milk isn't the sky you know. It's deeper, softer, a blue so dark it's nearly the color of sleep itself. Scattered across it, the stars, but not scattered, no, arranged, hung. The old ones said the stars are the lamps of the Devas, lit each evening at the doors of their houses, one by one, so the travelers on the great dark roads between the worlds would never be without a light to steer by. Tonight, every lamp is lit, they burn without flickering. They ask for nothing, they simply shine, the way they've shone for ages beyond counting, patient as grandmothers, quiet as snow. And the milk beneath you holds every one of them. Look, without turning your head, just let your eyes rest on the water beside you. The whole sky is repeated on the surface of the sea, star for star, lamp for lamp. The ocean is so still, so utterly at peace. It's become a second heaven. You're floating in the narrow, warm, safe place between the two, stars above you, stars below you, and you drifting between them, wrapped in warmth, going nowhere at all. Breathe in, slowly, and the stars above seem to lean a little closer. Breathe out, slowly, and the stars below tremble, just faintly, like lamplight in a temple when the door is softly closed. There is a story the old ones tell about this ocean and the moon. They say that when the sea of milk was churned, in the first age, many treasures rose from its depths, and one of them was the moon himself. Chandra, the cool one, the gentle one, pale and luminous, he lifted dripping from the white waves like a pearl too large for any hand to hold. And so the moon is a child of this ocean. This is his mother's house. When he crosses the sky above the sea of milk, he crosses it slowly. He walks the way a grown son walks through the rooms where he was born, touching nothing, changing nothing, only remembering. He is rising now. You can see his light before you see him, a silver softening along one edge of the world, a paleness spreading across the milk like a second dawn, but cooler, kinder, asking nothing of you, no waking, no rising. This is the dawn that belongs to sleep, and then the moon himself, lifting clear of the horizon, round and white and unhurried. His light lies down across the ocean in a long silver road. It runs from the edge of the world directly to you, as moonlight always does. It finds you wherever you are, as if you were the only one it shone for. Tonight, perhaps you are. The moonlight is cool on your face, but the ocean is warm beneath you. Between the two, you're perfectly balanced, cool above, warm below. Like a sleeper under the right blanket, on the right night, the moon climbs, slowly, so slowly. You couldn't see him move if you tried, and you don't try. You only rest and drift. You let the silver light pour over your closed eyelids, like water poured from a great height, so gently it lands without a sound. The old ones said the moon carries the nectar of sleep in his pale vessel. He tips it out, a little at a time, over the sleeping earth, over the fields, over the rivers, over the roofs of houses where lamps have been put out, over the eyelids of everyone who's ready to rest. He is tipping it out over you now. You can feel it, a heaviness that isn't heavy, a weight like a blessing. It settles on your brow, on your shoulders, on your chest, on your hands, and everywhere it settles, the body softens. It lets go a little more. It sinks a little deeper into the warm white water that will never, never let you fall. Time passes, or perhaps it does not. It's hard to say here. It doesn't matter. The current, if it can be called that, carries you somewhere. This slow, patient drift is gentler than a leaf on a temple pool. You've known this for a while. Sleepers know things without words. There's a direction to your drifting, a destination far off. It's in no hurry. And now, at the very edge of the world, where silver moonlight fades into soft dark, you begin to see it, a shape, vast and pale and still. At first it might be a mountain range, low and white, resting on the horizon, or a bank of clouds. It's come down to sleep on the water, but as the ocean carries you closer, over minutes, over hours, over time with no name, you begin to see what it truly is. Coils, great white coils, ring upon ring upon ring. They rise from the sea of milk. They settle back into it, immense beyond measuring, utterly, utterly at rest. It is Ananta, Ananta Shesha, the endless serpent, the one who was here before the worlds. He'll be here after them, floating on the ocean of milk, coiled into a bed as wide as a continent, as soft as the sea itself. Do not be afraid. There's nothing here to fear. There never was. Ananta is the stillest being in all the worlds. That's his whole purpose, his whole joy, to be still. Others may rest upon him. His name means the Endless One, also the remainder, the one who remains when everything else is gone. He's watched ages rise like waves. They settle like waves. Through all of it he has not stirred, except to breathe, and his breath, you can hear it now, as you drift nearer, a sound so low and so vast. It's less a sound than a slow change in silence, and the whole white sea lifts, just slightly, everywhere at once, out, and the whole white sea settles, everywhere at once. You've been rocked by his breathing all night. You understand this now. The gentle swells that carried you, they lifted you, lowered you. They were his breath moving through the water. The whole ocean rises and falls. It's like a blanket on the chest of a sleeper. You've been sleeping on the breath of Ananta all along. Let your own breath find his rhythm now. It's very slow, slower than waking breath. It's the breath of something that has nothing to do, forever to do it in, slowly, slowly, and out, slowly, slowly, in and out. Good, that is all, that is everything. The current carries you along the outermost coil of the great serpent. You drift beside him as one drifts beside a white cliff on a windless night. His scales, this close, are not like any earthly serpent's scales. Each one is broad as a courtyard. Each one is pale as moonstone. Each one holds a faint light of its own, a soft glow from deep within. It's like a lamp behind alabaster. Where the milk of the ocean laps against him, it makes the smallest sound in the world, a lapping, a lisping, a whisper of white on white. And high above, far up where the coils rise into the night, you can see the canopy of his heads, 1,000 heads, the old ones say, 1,000 hoods, spread wide. They arch over the center of the coils, the way a banyan arches over the ground beneath it. And on each hood a gem, a single luminous gem, glowing softly. By the light of those 1,000 gems, the whole scene beneath is lit, gently, evenly, the way a shrine is lit by many small lamps. There's no other light like it in all the worlds. It does not glare, it does not flicker. It's the light things have in the most peaceful dreams, sourceless, shadowless, kind. And there, in the hollow of the coils, beneath the canopy of hoods, in the light of the 1,000 gems, someone is sleeping. You knew, perhaps, you've heard the story all your life, or in some life, or in the long memory that all sleepers share. On the ocean of milk, on the bed of the endless serpent, the great god sleeps between the worlds, Vishnu, Narayana, the one who moves upon the waters, dark as a rain cloud, dressed in gold, garlanded with flowers that never wilt, and sleeping, deeply, sweetly, endlessly sleeping. His sleep is called Yoga Nidra, the sleep that is also awareness, the rest that holds everything. And the old ones say it softly, the way one repeats a beautiful thing. The old ones say that all of this is his dream, all the worlds, all the ages, all the mountains and rivers and cities, every small sleeping person in every small bed, all of it is his dream. You are inside the dream of a sleeping god. Think of that, gently, without gripping the thought. Everything you've ever worried about, it was a detail in a dream. The dreamer was never worried. Everything you've ever carried, the dreamer carried it for you, without effort, the way the sea carries a petal. You do not have to hold the world up tonight. Someone infinitely larger is holding it. He is doing it in his sleep. Your drifting slows as you come into the calm water. It's within the outer coils. Here the swells are smaller still, small as the rocking of a cradle. The air is warm. It smells of lotus and sandalwood and something older than both. The clean, sweet smell of the milk itself. It's the smell of the very beginning of things. The god's face is far off and high up. It's turned slightly to one side, the way sleepers turn. His eyes are closed. His expression, you can see it even from here. Peace carries across any distance. His expression is the smile that has no cause, the smile of deep rest, the smile you'll be wearing yourself soon without knowing it. His chest rises and falls, slowly, so slowly. You realize that his breath and the serpent's breath and the swelling of the ocean are all one breath, one rhythm, one vast slow lullaby that everything here obeys without being asked. In and out, the worlds are breathed. That is all they are. A long warm exhale and a rest, and a long warm inhale and a rest. You're being breathed to now. You no longer have to do it yourself. Let the great rhythm breathe you, the way it breathes the tides, the way it breathes the seasons, the way it breathes the slow wheeling of the patient stars. At the feet of the sleeping god, someone is sitting. A woman, radiant and calm, in a sari the color of dawn on gold. It is Lakshmi, she of the lotus, she of good fortune. She also rose from this ocean in the age of the churning. The moon did, the wish-granting cow did. She rose from the milk seated on a lotus. The whole universe fell silent at her beauty. She looked around at all the worlds. She chose, of everything there was, to sit here, at the feet of rest itself. She is pressing the god's feet with her hands, slowly, tenderly, the way one soothes a beloved sleeper. It's a service and a meditation and a love, all at once. Her bracelets make the smallest golden sound as she works, chime and stillness, chime and stillness. Around her, on the surface of the milk, float dozens of small lamps, little clay lamps, each with a single flame, set adrift on the water the way they are set adrift on the great rivers of the earth at festival time. They ride the slow swells without going out. Their flames lean gently one way, then gently the other. Their light lies on the milk in soft golden circles that touch and overlap and part again. One of the lamps drifts near you. You watch its little flame, steady, warm, utterly unafraid of the vast night around it, and you understand that this is how a light is supposed to burn, not fighting the dark, just resting in it. The dark holds the flame the way the ocean holds you. Lakshmi lifts her head. For a moment, the length of one slow swell, she looks at you. There's no surprise in her gaze. She's watched countless sleepers drift through these waters, in dreams, between lives, on quiet nights like this one. She welcomes each of them the same way, with a look that says, without any words at all, you made it, you found the way, rest now, you are expected here. Then she returns to her tender work. Her bracelets chime, the lamps drift, the great breath continues, in and out. Everything is as it was, as it will be, as it should be. You drift on through the calm water, past the sleeping god, past the golden lamps, along the inner curve of the great white coils. You're not leaving. One never really leaves this place. It travels with you afterward, folded into the breath. The current is simply carrying you onward, deeper into the night, the way sleep carries a sleeper from one dream gently into the next. The light of the 1,000 gems fades slowly behind you. The moonlight receives you again, silver on white, stillness on stillness. And now, from somewhere far across the water, comes music. Faint, so faint you might have imagined it, except that it comes again. Riding the warm air the way fragrance rides it, strings plucked slowly, a flute low and round, voices, women's voices, humming rather than singing. weaving in and out of one another like slow water weaving through reeds. It's the music of the Apsaras, the dancers of heaven. They also rose from this ocean once, long ago, born of its foam and its beauty. Somewhere out across the milk, on some pavilion of cloud or island of lotus, they're making music, not for an audience, not for an occasion, the way birds sing at dusk, because the evening is sweet and the heart is full and quiet. The music is too far away to follow. You cannot make out a melody, you do not try. It reaches you only as a softness in the air, a golden blur of sound, rising and falling with the breath of the sea. This is the best way to hear music. The old ones knew, from far away, half asleep, on warm water, under the moon. Every note forgiven of its edges, every phrase melted into the next. Let it blur, let it wash, let it be the sound the night makes when it's happy. Your eyes are very heavy now. Maybe they've been closed for some time. It doesn't matter. Everything that needs to be seen tonight can be seen through closed eyes. This is one of the ocean's secrets, and it's yours now. Behind your eyelids, the moonlight still glows, soft and silver. Behind your eyelids, the little lamps still drift. Behind your eyelids, the white coils still rise and settle. They move with the great slow breath. The body you brought into the water, it's so relaxed now, you can barely find its edges. Where do you end? Where does the warm milk begin? At the fingertips, the fingers let go long ago. At the shoulders have melted like ghee in the sun. You're a warmth within a warmth, a calm within a calm, a small, safe sleep inside the enormous sleep, the ancient sleep of everything. Rest here a while, there's no farther to go. Yet the current will carry you on all the same. Drifting is its own destination, in and out. All is well, all is well. Rest now, all is well. After a long, sweet while, it may have been minutes, it may have been an age of the world. You become aware of a new sound. It's off to one side, water, moving, but gently, a slow rhythmic wading, a soft surge and settle. Something very large is walking with very great care through the shallows. You let your eyes open just a little, just enough, and there, wading through the moonlit milk not far from you, is a white elephant. He is Airavata, the elephant of the heavens, mount of the king of the gods. He too was born from this ocean. In the age of the churning, he rose from the white waves. His white skin was shining. No one could say where the sea ended and the elephant began. He has 4 tusks, the old ones say. He's whiter than snow on the high peaks, whiter than the foam of this foamless sea. Tonight he's not carrying anyone. Tonight he's not needed anywhere. He's simply walking in the shallows of his mother, the ocean, the way an old elephant walks in a river at dusk, for the pleasure of the water against his legs. Each step he takes is placed with impossible gentleness. The milk swirls softly around his great ankles. It smooths itself again behind him. His ears move slowly, fanning the warm air. His trunk swings low. It touches the surface of the water now and then, tracing idle circles on it, the way a thoughtful hand traces circles on a tabletop. He sees you. Of course he sees you. Elephants see everything. They forget nothing. They judge no one. He does not stop his slow walking. His trunk lifts, though, just slightly, in your direction, a greeting, ancient and courteous, one night wanderer to another. And from deep in his vast chest comes a sound, a low, rolling rumble, felt more than heard, a purr the size of a hillside. The rumble travels through the water. You feel it arrive, a broad, soft vibration. It passes under you and through you. Whatever small tightness was left anywhere loosens now. It is the most comforting sound imaginable. It's the sound safety would make if safety made a sound. Elephants speak to each other this way, across great distances, through the ground, through the water. Long, low words below ordinary hearing. And what Airavata is saying, in the oldest and lowest of languages, is what everything here's been saying all night, each in its own voice. You are safe, you are held. Sleep, little one, the night is good. He wades slowly on. The moonlight moves on his white back like light on a temple dome. After a while his rumbling fades into the general deep hum, the hum of the peaceful world. His footsteps fade. He is a pale shape in the silver distance. Then he is part of the night. The current bears you gently to the left now. You feel the slow turn, the way you feel a curve in the road when you're half asleep in the back of a cart, trusting the driver, trusting the road, trusting everything. And ahead, rising from the sea, there's an island, larger than the Lotus Island, the one with the white cow, a low green hill of an island. From its center rises a single tree, but such a tree. Its trunk is broad as a temple tower, silver-barked. Its branches spread so wide that their farthest tips reach out over the ocean on every side. Its leaves are dark green above and pale gold beneath, so that when the sea breeze moves through them, slowly, slowly, the whole crown shimmers, green and gold, gold and green, like a slow fire that gives no heat, burns nothing. It is the kalpavriksha, the wish-fulfilling tree, born, like all the treasures, from this ocean, in the age of churning, planted here, in the middle of the sea of milk, where it stood ever since, granting the wishes of all who rest in its shade. The current carries you into the lee of the island, into the still water beneath the outermost branches. There your drifting slows almost to nothing. The tree's shade, moon shade, soft and blue, falls over you, like a light blanket drawn up by a careful hand. Listen to the leaves. The breeze moves through the great crown in slow waves. The leaves speak to each other in whispers, thousands upon thousands of tiny soft voices, all saying the same wordless thing, rising and falling, rising and falling. It's the sound of rain that never lands. It's the sound of the sea inside a shell. It's the sound the earth makes when it is dreaming. Shish, say the leaves, shish, and beneath the whispering, another sound, the creak of the great branches, slow and deep and wooden. They flex almost imperceptibly with the breeze, an old sound, a patient sound, the sound of something enormous being at ease. Fruit hangs among the leaves, golden fruit, round and glowing faintly from within, like lanterns of soft amber. The old ones say that each fruit holds the answer to one wish. The tree knows, better than the wisher, which fruit is ripe. It knows which wish is true. One of them detaches now. You hear the small, soft sound of its letting go. It falls, unhurried, through the leaves. It lands in the milk, a little way from you. A plip so gentle, it would not wake a sparrow. It floats, it glows, it drifts slowly toward you, on the still water. You do not need to reach for it. Nothing here requires reaching. It comes to rest against your shoulder, warm as fresh bread, light as a folded cloth. It stays there, riding the slow swells with you, glowing its soft amber glow. What wish does it hold? You already know. It's the same wish it was at the Lotus Island, the same wish it's been all night, the only wish that matters at this hour, at this night, in this life. Rest, deep, sweet, unbroken rest, the rest that repairs, the rest that forgives, the rest that lets tomorrow arrive on its own feet, in its own time, needing nothing from you tonight. The wish is granted. It was granted before the fruit fell. It was granted before you came to this ocean. It was granted, perhaps, before the ocean itself, written into the milk in the first age. A standing blessing for every tired soul who would ever drift this way. Let them rest. Whoever comes here, let them rest. The fruit glows against your shoulder, warm and companionable. The leaves whisper shh, shh, shh. The great branches creak their slow, deep lullaby. The moonshade lies over you, blue and soft. For a long while, there is nothing else at all. When the current gathers you again, gently, gently, like a hand slipping under a sleeping child, you have been in the tree's shade so long that the moon has moved a full hand's width across the sky. You drift out from under the whispering crown. The golden fruit stays with you, riding against your shoulder like a small, patient friend. It glows its soft amber glow. It asks nothing of you. It has nowhere else to be. Neither do you. The open water receives you again. The milk is smooth here, smoother than before, if such a thing is possible, and the swells are longer now. They're slower, they're farther apart, like the breathing of someone who's already fallen asleep. You rise on each swell without effort. You settle down the far side without effort. Rise and settle, rise and settle. The ocean is doing the work. It's been doing the work all night. Above you, the stars have softened. Earlier they were sharp and bright, 1,000 silver points scattered across the dark. Now they've blurred at their edges. They've gone gentle and furred with light, the way a lamp softens when seen through half-closed eyes. Perhaps a thin veil of high cloud has drifted in. Perhaps your own eyes are simply growing heavy. It doesn't matter which. Both are good. Both mean the night is deepening around you, folding you in, tucking its edges under. The moon is lower now. It's crossed the great arch of the sky. It's begun its long, unhurried descent toward the western rim of the world. Its light comes at a slant across the milk. It lays down a road of pale silver. That road stretches from the horizon all the way to you. You're drifting along that road, slowly, so slowly. The moon road carries you the way a mother carries a child who fell asleep at the feast, carefully, evenly, mindful of every step. Listen. The sounds of the night are settling, one by one, like birds coming home to roost. The whisper of the great tree is far behind you now. It's faded to a memory of a whisper, then to nothing at all. The small silver fish that leapt beside you in the early hours have gone down. They've gone into the deep white dark to sleep. Even the milk itself has grown quieter. The little lapping sounds against your shoulders have spaced themselves out, farther and farther apart, like the last drops after rain. Lap, and a long stillness. Lap, and a longer one. The world isn't falling silent all at once. It's falling silent the way sleep comes, gradually, kindly, one sound at a time, excusing itself and slipping away. You breathe. You've been breathing all along, of course, but you notice it now, the way you notice a hearth fire only when the room has gone quiet. Your breath moves in you, slow and deep. The ocean moves beneath you, slow and deep. Somewhere in the last hour, the two of them found each other. They matched. When you breathe in, a swell lifts you. When you breathe out, the swell lets you down. You couldn't say which one is leading. Perhaps neither. Perhaps you and the ocean of milk are simply breathing together now. Two old friends who've run out of things to say. They're glad of it. In, and the soft rising. Out, and the soft settling. In, and the rising. Out, and the rest. Far away, at the very edge of hearing, a conch shell sounds. It is a temple horn from some distant shore. A single long low note, round and warm as the fruit against your shoulder, blown by a priest who's ending the last watch of the night. The note travels out across the milk, growing softer and softer as it comes. By the time it reaches you, it's hardly a sound at all. It's more like a feeling of a sound, a warmth in the ear. It says, the night watch is kept, all is well, you're not needed, sleep. The note fades. It takes a long time to fade, the way honey takes a long time to pour. When it's finally gone, the silence it leaves behind is deeper and sweeter than before. That priest, whoever he is, on whatever far shore, has gone back inside his small stone temple now. He's banked the coals of the sacred fire. He's lain down on his mat of woven grass. Even the keepers of the night are lying down. Even the watchers are closing their eyes. The whole ancient world is going to sleep around you, ring upon ring of it, out to the farthest horizon and beyond. Think of them all, drowsing. In the villages along the coast, the fishermen sleep beside their nets. The nets smell of salt and sun. The fishermen dream of full catches and calm water. Their boats rock at their moorings, small wooden boats, painted with eyes at the prow so they can see their way. The boats are sleeping too, nodding on the tide. In the courtyards of the great houses, the lamps have been pinched out one by one. The last thin threads of lamp smoke have risen and vanished. The households sleep behind carved doors, the grandmothers and the children, the cooks and the singers, all of them breathing slow under cotton sheets in the warm dark. In the temple towns, the elephants sleep standing in their stables. They're swaying just slightly, dreaming their enormous gentle dreams. The temple bells hang silent in the towers. Not one of them will ring until well after dawn. Between now and then there's nothing but quiet, a long, protected corridor of quiet. You're drifting down the very center of it. The oxen sleep in their stalls, breathing hay-scented breath into the dark. The doves sleep in the eaves, small and round and warm. The rivers slide toward the sea without a sound. The sea, this sea, your sea, the pale and patient ocean of milk, holds all of it. It holds you. It asks for nothing. The fruit at your shoulder glows a little dimmer now. Do not be sorry. This is what it's for. Its light is not going out, it's going in, sinking gently from its skin into your skin, from its warmth into your warmth. The wish it carries is passing into you, the way heat passes from a warm stone into cold hands, slowly, completely, without a single word. Rest, says the fading glow. Rest, rest. The amber light softens to the color of old honey, then to the color of a candle seen through cloth, then to the faintest blush, like the memory of a lamp in a room where the lamp has been out for an hour, and you feel it, you truly feel it, the warmth of it settling into your chest, spreading slow and golden through your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands. They have not held anything for hours now. They have not gripped anything. They will not carry anything for hours more. Your hands are empty and heavy and warm. Your shoulders are loose. Your face is soft. Your brow smooth as the milk itself. Your jaw unclenched. The small muscles around your eyes gone slack. The way they only go when sleep is very near. The moon touches the horizon. It does not sink quickly. Nothing here does anything quickly. It rests its lower rim on the far white line of the world. It pauses there, huge and mild, as if it too is reluctant to end such a gentle night, as if it's looking back once, the way a nurse looks back from the doorway of a sleeping child's room. Its light lies flat across the water now. The whole ocean of milk turns the color of moonstone, pale and pearled and dim. The moon road that carried you has grown short. It reaches from the horizon only a little way now. Then it gathers itself in, drawing its silver back like thread onto a spindle. The moon eases down, half of it below the rim of the world, then a sliver, then a glow, then only a soft silver stain on the far edge of the sky, fading, fading, gone. And the dark that follows is not a hard dark. It is a velvet dark, a blanket dark, the deep and merciful dark of the last hours before dawn, when nothing is required of anyone anywhere. The whole turning world is given permission to be still. The stars remain, but only just. They're the softest they've been all night, dim silver seeds scattered thin across the blue-black, and even they seem to be drowsing now, each one dimming and brightening ever so slightly, like slow breathing, like eyes that keep almost closing. You watch them without effort. Your own eyes are nearly closed. The stars blur into gentle smears of light. The smears blur into a general silver softness. The softness dims, and you let it. There is nothing to watch anymore. There is nothing to listen for. There is nothing to do. There's never been anything to do. Not really, not tonight. Tonight was never a journey with a destination. It was only ever a long, slow lowering, from waking into drowsing, from drowsing into drifting, from drifting into this. the last shallow water at the edge of sleep, warm as the milk, dark as the sky, quiet as the space between two heartbeats. The ocean holds you. Feel how completely it holds you. Every part of you is carried, the back of your head cradled, your shoulders cradled, the small of your back, your legs, your heels, all resting on the deep white water. The deep white water rests on deeper stillness beneath it. That stillness rests on patience at the very bottom of the world. It has never let anything fall. You cannot sink. You never could. You can only be held and rocked and lowered gently, gently into sleep. The swells are so long now, you can barely tell them from stillness. Rise over the course of a slow breath, settle over the course of a slower one. Rise, settle, each one a little smaller than the last, each one a little nearer to perfect calm, like a cradle rocked by a hand. That hand is itself growing sleepy, like a lullaby sung softer and softer, until the singer is only mouthing the words, until the words are only breath, until the breath is only the night itself, moving warm and slow across the water. The fruit's glow is almost out now, a last ember of amber, right against your heart, and with the last of its light, it gives you the last of its wish. It has no words for this. You understand it all the same. You understand it the way you understand warmth, the way you understand being held. You have done enough. Whatever the day held is over. It was enough. Whatever was left undone will keep until morning. The morning will be kind. Whatever weighed on you has been set down on the far shore, hours ago and oceans away. The milk has carried you so far from it, it could never find you here. Here there is only rest. Here there is only the warm dark, and the slow water, and the soft rise and fall of your own breathing. It needs no help from you. It has always known the way. You have done enough. You may stop now. You may stop. The glow goes out, and the darkness that remains is friendly. It smells faintly of jasmine, from some shore you passed long ago, faintly of sweet milk, faintly of night-blooming flowers, flowers whose names were old before the oldest empires. It lies over you weightless as moonshade. It asks nothing. Your eyes are closed now. Perhaps they've been closed for a while. It's hard to say, and there's no need to say. Behind your closed eyes, the last images drift by, soft and slow, already becoming dreams. The golden fruit, glowing, the great tree, whispering shh, shh. The lotus island, the moon road, the pale swells, rising and settling, they pass like painted scenes on a slow river, each one dimmer than the last, each one drifting a little farther off, and you do not follow them. You let them go the way you let a leaf go on the water, with an open hand, with a soft breath, watching it turn once, and drift, and fade. Everything is fading now. The ocean of milk is fading, dissolving into the dark, like milk into milk. The sky is fading, its last few stars going out one by one, without a sound, like lamps in a sleeping city. The night itself is fading, not ending, only deepening, deepening past sound, past light, past thought, into that oldest and kindest country, the one every tired soul knows the way to, the one you're entering now. Sleep is here. It's been standing quietly beside you a long time, patient as the tree, patient as the moon, and now it leans down, gently, gently, like a hand slipping under a sleeping child, and gathers you up. You do not feel yourself lifted, you only feel yourself lightening. The water releases you, or you release the water. There's no difference anymore. The rocking continues, but it's inside you now, slow and small, the rocking of your own breath, in and out, softer and softer, in and out, in and out. The dark grows deeper, warm and deep and utterly safe. The quiet grows quieter, not empty, full, full the way a sleeping house is full, full the way a held child is full, and somewhere far beneath you or far within you, the ocean of milk goes on breathing, its long, slow swells under the starless sky, keeping its ancient watch, holding the whole drowsing world upon its back, the fishermen and the doves, the elephants and the bells, the temples and the tides, and you, all of it held, all of it rocked, all of it lowered at last into the same deep rest. Rest now. There is nothing more, only the dark, soft as moonshade, only the quiet, wide as the sea, only rest, rest, rest.